And we're live.
I got my COVID vaccine yesterday. I'm so happy.
Yeah, me too.
I'm so happy I got it.
Is it a one vaccine or you get two?
No, I get 3 weeks from now. I go for my second dose, but the first dose is pretty efficacious after just like 6 or 7 days. Like your ass is kind of covered, right?
Like you do the one-off. Was it not offered?
It wasn't an option for me. It was either the Moderna or the Pfizer, and from my understanding, the only difference is Moderna you wait 4 weeks, Pfizer 3 between doses. So I actually clicked Moderna, but when I got there, they shot me up with Pfizer. So who fucking cares? And so yeah, go back in 3 weeks, and all this will be over.
Is there only one?
Over,
dude? Are all of them 2 injections except for one, or are there multiple 1 injection ones?
There's only 3 in America so far. Pfizer and Moderna are double injections. Johnson & Johnson is single. Johnson & Johnson is fucked. Did you guys read about that?
No. What's up?
They lost 15 million doses because it was human error. Like I think the guy conflated 2 ingredients. Maybe he put fucking mercury instead of saline solution. I don't know what he did, but hey, it's a vaccine, you know.
It's a huge fuck up. Well, why'd we put the mercury vial right next to the saline vial?
So I made that part up. But yeah, he put in the wrong ingredient and spoiled 15 million doses of this stuff. But that is only part of the problem. The other part of the problem is that the FDA has said, whoa, this is a facility that has lax controls and a possibility of human error like this. This facility is shut down from making COVID vaccine until we are impressed that this kind of fuck up can't happen. So it didn't hurt anyone. It got caught in quality control and didn't go far. But it does hurt the effort to get millions and millions of vaccines out.
They have multiple factories making it, right? Or are they totally shut down?
I'm not 100% sure. A friend told me they're totally shut down, but I didn't read that.
Because like I'm also thinking about it now.
It was a paramotor friend.
Oh, good. Okay.
I was picturing like, you know, when you're like watching how it's made and it's like, then they add the cookie powder to the future Oreo dough. And it's like the size of a Civic. And I'm like 15 million doses. And I'm like, oh, that's probably like a gallon of milk. Like,
yeah, right. The doses are so small. I read that there's I think my kitchen could hold enough vaccine to handle America. Right?
Yeah.
Like it's not as big as you think it is.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention. I didn't look at the syringe, but I think it's not a milliliter. It's like a quarter mil or something like that. Like it's a tiny amount that each person is getting.
Was it very fast for you?
Oh yeah. Well, the line or like the injection?
The injection.
Super fast. Yeah.
Dude, she hit me with it and I expected her to like squeeze, but she's like, bam, pow. And then it makes this like slapping, snapping sound. And I'm like, are you done? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, what just happened? Like,
you just like slammed it in there. I always thought no matter what it was, you were supposed to go real slow.
You are supposed to go real slow.
Based on movies.
She went fast.
But wait, what slapping noise? What do you mean?
It's the plunger hitting the base of the.
No, it was a retractable needle. So she didn't pull it from my skin. The needle snapped into itself, and that's how it came out. I've never had a retractable
I don't like that.
needle.
I'm mad at that. I don't want noises. I want a needle to be quiet, like very quiet. I don't have problems with needles, but if needles are getting loud like that,
yeah,
I don't want that.
Like all of a sudden there's a snap, and I was like, "What?" Just like, oh my goodness! But it's over. So I'm like she's like turned and wrapping up her things.
She's like, "Is there a problem, you grown ass man?"
I'm scared, but you're already gone. So I guess I don't need to be scared anymore.
The funniest nurses are the ones there going like knowing people don't expect that and hearing like the clack, and they go, "Uh-oh." Like, we broke the needle off in your arm. I'm so sorry.
Oh, what if she did that? What if she held the syringe up to you and went, "Where'd the needle go?"
I had a needle when I put it in.
That'd be dirty. You could sue. You could sue in your country for that.
You should be able to sue anywhere if they're breaking needles off in you. My God.
Yeah. I know Woody went to...
No, for joking about it. Just for joking about it.
Woody went to a Walgreens here in Georgia. So I took Kitty to get her vaccine a couple weeks ago. She's like, she's immuno whatever the fuck. So she got hers like super early. And
who?
Kitty.
Who?
Kitty.
My kitty?
Yeah. Your kitty, yeah.
My kitty?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Kitty. Took Kitty to get her vaccine.
Continue.
Yes.
It helps me picture in my head.
And so like it was this huge like facility like they've like there must have been 6 stations that are giving the syringe that are giving the shots, and then like one line that leads to all 6. So when you get to a certain point, you all start splitting up into 6
You're
different
in your
lines.
car, right?
Yeah, in the car. It's
It
drive
looked
through.
like an interstate toll booth. You know how like it's a couple lanes and then it gets real wide
Yeah.
with all the tolls?
It was actually the garage for like this big like power company. They've got like multiple bays in the garage to like work on their like utility trucks. So that's perfect for like splitting everybody up and like getting the vaccine in the shade. That's the one I went to. The one she went to was in like a parking lot. But still, it was the same sort of setup, 4 to 5 stations wide, or maybe hers was even 6, and then like one crazy long line that like wraps around 2 or 3 blocks. But it moved quickly. I was in line for shit, probably an hour though. But the line was shockingly long, like maybe a mile. I think I was in a mile long line of cars.
Damn.
So I live in Raleigh, people know, and it's a blue area in North Carolina, this little oasis. And I searched like several times a day for 10 days in a row, never saw a single opening for the vaccine. And I really wanted it. Like Kyle, there's this big relief. This, I get to go outside. My world opens up again. And there are things I passionately want to do. And I'm the seasonal affect disorder. And I am ready to begin my spring. I have to have this happen. I need to go. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to go look in Trump country. 16 available appointments that day. I'm like, I can't believe this. That's all the appointments, I think. Like nobody else wanted it. So I just took one of those slots and
yeah, I mean it makes sense. Those are going to be more rural areas where you're in the dense area where it's all going to be flooded, right? And they're going to be more not wanting to get it anyway, I would imagine.
Yeah, I put it on the latter one. Who knows, right? Maybe they do have more vaccines per person in the rural areas. I'm not
Yeah, I
sure.
don't know.
No, that's not it. So Georgia just opened things up, right? So that like everyone 16 or older gets the vaccine now,
Oh, I didn't
which is
hear that.
which is how I got in line. But prior to that, it was there was sort of a system where it's like if they do have extra vaccine, then they'll open it up to people like me. And so I was searching, like, where can I go? Where can I go? This is last week, and all of Atlanta, it's a no. Like Atlanta is the blue part. Like especially if you look at electoral
Yeah.
maps, like Atlanta's blue as fuck. But outside of Atlanta, everything's red except for like maybe Macon and perhaps Savannah, like the major other
Like the college
cities.
towns. Yeah.
Yeah, Athens, I'm sure is blue. So I just started searching like rural places, and I was like, how about like Buford, Georgia? That's just at the edge of like what some people in this would consider it to be Atlanta. It's 40 minutes, 45 minutes from me, but it's still, it's a big city. Nope, that won't work. Still too blue. And so I looked at like where my family's from, like where I'm from. Oh yeah, let's go. We've got endless vaccine here at like the CVS, the Rite Aid, like every pharmacy just has tons of it. When do you want it? Now?
You just
And
have to drive a ton to get it. Basically.
Yeah, and I have to get permission to drive there. So I was planning on doing that, like getting permission to just go up there, hanging out with my dad for a couple days, and in the meantime, like getting the shot. But then they were like, "Oh, Georgia's going to open things up any day now." So I just waited and got it. I'm so happy. I had the sniffles this morning when I woke up, and my throat was just a little bit sore, just a little bit.
When
but
did you
that
get
cleared
it?
up.
What day? Yesterday? Day before?
Yeah, like 24 hours later, and I feel some like minor symptoms, like nothing really. Like my nose is a little sniffly.
My arm hurt a tiny bit. I wouldn't even mention it, but it was like a 2
Same.
out of 10. And it actually hurt like down my side, like my glute on that side hurt too. Unrelated, perhaps. I don't know, but like
your glute.
Yeah. It felt like this little muscle soreness on that side. And I didn't. And on the drive home, I got really tired. Like it was sort of dangerous, fall asleep. I told the story. And I didn't attribute that to the COVID vaccine until I found some other people that had the same thing. Hour or two after the shot, they were exhausted.
Mm-hmm. Then it went away.
Yeah.
Or did you just take a quick nap and you're fine?
I almost killed myself, and then that was awakening. That's how that went down. I hit
That
the like
would've-
rumble strips while driving, and then I just drove home panicked the rest of the way.
That would have been ironic, dying in a fall asleep car accident on the way back from getting your COVID vaccine.
Another
I'm so excited to start my spring.
That's like what happened.
Another COVID-related death.
Yeah.
That would be such a rain on your parade.
Uh.
Get in a big car accident, break your foot, can't go out or something.
Yeah, I had like super tiny amount of soreness in my arm, like nothing to even speak of. But I was looking for it, right? I was like rubbing it, like, am I sore? And yeah, but not really. Like you said, a 2 out of 10. I think I'd say a 1 out of 10. Like something, but virtually nothing.
Yep.
And honestly, like I would have taken an ass beating if it meant it prevents COVID. Like if I had to go into a room with like 3 big dudes and like tussle with them for 5 minutes, and then like when I crawled out, there was going to be a vaccine waiting.
Oh,
I'd sign up for that.
delusional. 3 dudes with 5 minutes to rough you up. You're gonna. You're,
Well,
you're
I'm hoping they don't want to kill me. They just
I got you for 3 minutes.
minutes.
My bone saw is ready. Isn't that the name? I am the cream.
I'm hoping it's not the Macho Man Randy Savage. I'm not picturing 3 Randy Savages.
No, it is. You said it yourself. It is. He's one of them. He's in there.
It's Brock Lesnar.
He's one of the 3.
Catch-22. It's Brock Lesnar, Randy Savage, and then Stephen Hawking's corpse. So it's really only 2 guys.
Okay.
I don't know why the corpse of a crippled man is even less intimidating than that.
Brock's
Well,
gonna
the
use Stephen
smell.
Hawking
You
as a
haven't thought of
weapon.
the smell, you
I
bitch.
consider the smell, you bitch.
Well, that sounds like the corpse of Randy, the corpse of who'd you say, Stephen Hawking? Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Is Randy Savage?
And
alive?
yeah, and Randy Savage was he's a corpse also.
Yes,
What?
he
He's
is.
dead?
Oh
But
yeah.
that still sucks. I
Ooh,
don't
yeah.
want.
Yeah.
I would hate
Yeah.
Brock
Ooh,
Lesnar to
So
beat me
Kyle,
up with
technically,
Randy
it's just
with
you and
2
Brock
corpses.
Lesnar. I like your odds.
That's terrible. But he's got 2 corpses and he's like swinging them at you, like
Okay. Honestly,
he's
I didn't know.
beating you up with dead bodies.
Yeah, I didn't know both were corpses, but Brock Lesnar, 5 minutes alone with him. Dude,
It's a problem.
Ebola, COVID, they would all shy away from 5 minutes in a small room with Brock Lesnar.
I'm
I
just
don't know
hoping
why I
Brock
suddenly have
Lesnar's
to
not
fight one of
gay.
the scariest men who has ever lived.
Yeah.
Because I had to keep the bit going.